Video learns that Vultura plans to release platinite, a deadly metal, upon Earth. He and the Ranger try desperately to avert disaster.
Ranger, that's deadly radiation!
Take this. It'll counteract the effects of the radiation. Vultura's agent sure disappeared in a hurry.
What do we do about the platinite in the cave?
I'll call Gallagher from the plane. As soon as we can get there.
You're not waiting for me.
Captain Video calling Gallagher at Ranger headquarters, identifying numerals 381.
Gallagher speaking. Numerals 475. Did you locate the platinite?
The Ranger and I just escaped from it.
You mean to say that stuff's been turned loose?
Yes. Contact the Secretary of Public Safety at once. That entire area must be blasted out.
Right. Give me your exact location.
All persons except authorized civilian and military personnel are ordered to leave this area immediately. This is an emergency. Evacuate at once. Emergency. Mobilized ground and air crews succeeded in destroying the deadly platinite before its radiations got out of control. Credit for averting a major disaster is officially given Captain Video for his timely warning.
So we escaped the trap. That Video has an uncanny way of accomplishing the impossible.
How did he find out about the platinite?
Well, he must have tapped our atoma wavelength and overheard me discuss the details with Vultura.
That's why he cut off our power source and doubled the guards watching this lab.
But he doesn't know that we have a secret entrance.
What if Video finds it?
He won't. Not if we find him first.
An analysis of the platinite confirmed my suspicions, Commissioner. It's a deadly metal unknown on Earth. It was brought here from the synthetic planet Atoma to be used as a weapon of destruction.
Only somebody familiar with those facts would have stored it in that cave.
Exactly. Somebody like Dr. Tobor.
Tobor? Why, he's one of our greatest scientists.
And one of our greatest scoundrels. He and Vultura have joined forces for the purpose of conquering the universe.
I can hardly believe it.
We couldn't believe it either at first.
When did you start to suspect him?
It began about the time a series of strange cosmic disturbances appeared, affecting the weather all over the continent. The video ranger was speeding back to headquarters with important information. We picked him up on our scanning device and saw that he was headed into trouble. Only the ranger's daring driving prevented his capture and the loss of important information. I tried to communicate with the ranger but couldn't get through. Somebody had erected a sonic barrier between us.
I tried to radio too, but it was no go.
But one of the men chasing you was able to radio. I figured he was contacting somebody up ahead. So I went into action with the optic and scalometer. We picked up a truck leaving a lonely cabin. There was a box in the back of the truck. A finer adjustment on the scalometer showed that the box was filled with explosives. I figured that with my jetmobile I could get there first. Thanks to its super speed, I did so, and just in time. Once again, the ranger came through by superb driving.
It was too close for comfort.
But how does this involve Tobor?
The information that the ranger brought proved conclusively that Dr. Tobor had been causing the cosmic disturbances which led to those floods and hurricanes.
Of course, he denied everything.
Yes. It was shortly after that he was abducted and taken to Atoma. Though we know now he went willingly.
Yeah, there's still no evidence that would stand up in court.
There will be. Much later, the ranger and I were heading back to headquarters with a part of one of those mechanical men. We reported to Gallagher by radio. Dr. Tobor was there too. We hadn't yet returned him to his own laboratory. We learned later that Gallagher had left Tobor alone for a moment. We realized that something was wrong when the instruments on the dash suddenly went haywire. We didn't waste time in bailing out, and we just made it. We proved later by a test that our static beam had been used. Tobor is the only one who had a chance to do so.
Of course, he denied it.
Right. That's when we had him sent back to his own place. But he'd already learned that we had a part of the mechanical man. You'll remember we took it to Professor Dean for analysis. Dean not only acted strangely, he talked as if he were on Voltura's side. Then suddenly he vanished before our eyes. We realized that he hadn't been there at all, that his image had been projected by cosmic vision. The bomb contained paralysis gas. We tried to get out, but the gas cloud was too heavy. When we came to, we were in the ice cave. Then we found Professors Dean and Markham. We were frozen in ourselves, but Gallagher got us out of it. However, we never found that part of the mechanical man.
Dr. Tobor was the only other person who knew you had it.
Yes, but as you say, that's still only indirect proof.
Tell him about the time we had to bail out into a haystack.
We were returning from our second trip to Atoma. The rocket ship we borrowed from Voltura started to act strangely. We contacted Gallagher and ordered him to trace the suspected interference. Gallagher got in touch with two agents, whom we had posted near Tobor's laboratory. Then the rocket ship went entirely out of control. The Ranger and I barely managed to bail out. We were lucky enough to land in a big haystack. Then the mysteriously controlled interference rays set the hay afire. The Rangers reported to us that the rays which caused all this came from Tobor's laboratory.
That's when you went there and learned that he'd used his deadly atomic eye on two unknown...
Who were, strangely enough, clad like the Ranger and me.
That cinches it.
So you see, Voltura has had a powerful ally here on Earth.
It was Dr. Tobor's strange actions and evasive answers that gave him away.
Then as long as Tobor is at large, we can expect more trouble from Voltura.
Not if we know in advance what he might be plotting.
Is that possible?
I think so. That's why I'm here. Are you familiar with the Whitney eye?
Yes. It's a highly concentrated lens with 10 times the power of the 200-inch one at Palomar.
It's stored in the government supply depot in this area, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. What about it?
If such a lens were trained on Atoma, coupled with the optic and scalometer, it would reveal every move Voltura makes.
sounds fantastic. Yet it might help us. You'll need a written order from me to obtain release of the lens from the supply depot. When will you be able to pick it up?
As soon as I can get it.
I'll see that you get it the first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Gentlemen. Oh, come here, Charlie. We're just leaving. Yes.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Looks like an ordinary door hinge pin.
It is. But concealed in that hollow pin is a minute wire recording mechanism that records sounds on a hairspring wire through magnetic impulses.
Then we can hear what was said in the Deputy Commissioner's office.
Exactly. By playing it back on the audio amplifier.
Are you familiar with Whitney Eye?
Yes, it's a highly concentrated lens with 10 times the power of the 200-inch one at Palomar.
It's stored in the government supply depot in this area, isn't it?
What about it?
If such a lens were trained on a Toma, coupled with the opticon scalometer, it would reveal every move Voltura might be plotting.
Well, it sounds fantastic. Yet it might help us. You'll need a written order from me to obtain release of the lens from the supply depot. When will you be able to pick it up?
As soon as I can get it.
I'll see that you get it the first thing in the morning.
If Captain Video succeeds in going through with that plan, do you realize what it'll mean?
Voltura's position will be endangered.
And our own.
Can a way be found to destroy that lens?
Why destroy it? If the lens can be used to spy on a Toma, Voltura should be able to use it to concentrate on Earth.
There isn't much time. Video will act first thing in the morning.
Yes. He'll dispatch a truck to the government supply depot first thing in the morning.
What are you fellows here for?
Boss has the orders.
We were sent here by Captain Video to pick up a telescopic lens.
Oh, yes, I received a phone call concerning this release order from Deputy Headquarters. Here's the lens.
All right, boys, let's put it aboard.
I'm Captain Video. I received this signed release order from Deputy Commissioner Wade permitting me to pick up the Whitney lens. I want to get things in order before the truck arrives.
Well, you're just 5 minutes too late. A truck just picked up that lens.
With what credentials?
Here it is, signed by the Deputy Commissioner.
That isn't Wade's handwriting. That's a forgery.
Well, they just left in an open stake body truck, turned south on the highway.
There'll be another ranger along here in a couple of minutes. Tell him I've gone after that truck.
We're being tangled. Step on it.
Shaking. That car's burning up the road.
Then we'll burn up the drivers.
Captain Video speeds in pursuit of Dr. Tobor's agents who have stolen an invaluable lens from a government warehouse.
Calling control room. Captain Video calling control room.
I see. And where are you now, Captain?
Just off Highway 201, 5 miles north of the government supply depot. Have the ranger pick me up.
I'll relay your message to him immediately.
Got your message. How did they get away with the Whitney lens?
I'll tell you about it on the way. We're going after that truck.
Gallagher will call us when he spots it on the scanning screen.
Calling Captain Video. This is Gallagher calling Captain Video.
Come in, Gallagher. Have you spotted the truck with the stolen lens?
Yes, it turned off the main highway and is entering San Vicente Valley through the Fremont Pass.
Roger. We'll cut across through the hills. There they go.
That's Captain Video's jetmobile. Put in a call for help.
Calling plane T1. Calling plane T1.
What's your location, Elko? Well, then stop and hold him off till I get there. I've just left the airport.
I got one of them.
How do you feel?
I'm all right now. I got quite a shock when that bullet hit my electronic gun. Where did those men go?
They're not important. We must take that lens to a safe place.
cars below. Fly lower so I get a better look at them. The truck with the lens has been captured by Captain Video.
There's nothing we can do.
Yes, there is. We're going to destroy that truck and Captain Video with it.
You take the jetmobile, I'll drive the truck.
The plane is flying awfully low.
Yes. Let's get started.
Right on the target.
Video Ranger calling control room. Video Ranger calling control room.
You say the plane is bombing Captain Video?
Yes. Find it on your scanning screen and beam the inactivator frequency on it.
Right away.
I radioed Gallagher to beam the inactivator frequency on the plane.
Good, let's see how he's doing. Captain Video calling control room. Captain Video calling control room.
Control room, Gallagher speaking.
Any results, Gallagher?
Yes, I have the plane in sight. I'm about to force it down.
Tell me where he lands as soon as you determine the location.
Yes, sir.
You take the truck. I'm going to investigate that plane.
Circle back. They've turned in under those trees.
Something's wrong. I haven't got control of this plane.
Gallagher to Captain Video. Gallagher to Captain Video. I'm bringing the plane down into Stillwater Canyon.
Calling Station X. Plane T1. Calling Station X.
This is Station X. Anything wrong?
Yes, we're being forced down in Stillwater Canyon. Get a car out here as fast as you can.
Get onto the road and watch for the car. When it comes, signal me. Where's the car? I want to get back to the lab before... That's Captain Video's car.
Yes, Dr. Tobor. Your pilot's tied up inside it, and you're going to join him.
What does this mean?
It means that we finally caught up with you.
Thank you, Captain Video. Dr. Tovar will be held in custody pending his trial.
You don't seem to understand that I'm a scientist.
We understand enough, Doctor, and you'll have ample opportunity to defend yourself before the court. You're planning on going through with your test of the Whitney eye?
Yes, at the government proving grounds tomorrow morning.
In spite of the fact that knowledge of it leaked out?
Yes. By the way, how did you find out about it? It was only discussed here between Commissioner Wade and myself. Probably some sound recording device planted here in the room.
Oh, I can hardly believe that.
We'll soon find out. This is a magnetic impulse detector. It will expose any ordinary dictaphone.
Something like a Geiger counter?
Yes, but far more sensitive. This hinge, it's shinier than the other one. Look, a miniature wire recorder.
So that's it.
You know, Dr. Tobor, this gadget is worthless. It was your eyes that led me to that hinge.
You're far too smart, Captain.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
That's all right, Charlie. You can come back in the morning and clean up.
Yes. I got him. Dr. Tobor got away. Hold him.
And this powerful lens is being trained on a tumor from the proving ground.
Wow.
It's being set up right now.
Thank you for the warning, Dr. Tobor. I will be ready for it.
Aren't you afraid of its power?
Its very power will defeat it. I am going to launch a destructive nuclear rocket that will travel straight to the lens.
The lens is beamed. All we need now is Captain Video's opticons kilometer attachment.
The beam from the Whitney eye has reached our planet.
Set the control on the nuclear rocket. Sensitize it to the beam.
Sensitizer is tuned to the beam from the eye.
Launch the rocket.
Now we can see farther into space than anyone ever dreamed possible. Beam it up.
Captain Video recovers the Whitney eye from Dr. Tobor's men. But now Vultura plans to destroy it, so it cannot be used against him.
Now we can see farther into space than anyone ever dreamed possible. Beam it up. Get down!
Captain Video exploded that rocket in midair. Where could it have come from?
From interplanetary space. Check over the lens, see if that concussion damaged it. It'll probably need adjusting. I'll call back for a report on it.
You think the attack came from the planet Atoma?
Yes, and that means Dr. Tobor has informed Vultura of our plans. We've got to find Tobor.
Calling Vultura on the planet Atoma. Dr. Tobor calling Vultura. Dr. Tobor calling Vultura.
You are coming through clearly, Dr. Tobor. What is your report?
I saw your rocket explode, but can't say exactly what damage it did to the Whitney lens.
It probably destroyed it. Call me back when you find out definitely.
It's getting difficult for me to get information. They're trying to run me down.
I'll arrange for your transfer to Atoma very soon.
The sooner the better.
Ranger Brown calling Camp Video.
Come in, Ranger Brown. Any news?
We've been policing the airways as you ordered. Someone has just been using an interstellar space channel.
Could you hear what was said?
No, but we triangulated on the transmitter with other Rangers. It is located in the Soledad Hills overlooking the proving ground.
Good work. I'll cut across there through Granite Gap.
There's a car coming up the grade.
Get underway.
Captain Video's jetmobile.
That's the fastest thing on wheels.
There it goes.
Station X calling L1. Station X calling L1.
This is L1, Renton speaking. Go ahead, Dr. Tobor.
Are you alone?
Yes, the guards are all outside.
Good. I want you to blank out this truck with the isotopic radiation curtain.
Yes, Doctor, I'll turn the machine on. Hold it while I transfer to the other circuit. You'll have to tell me how to beam the radiation.
Calibrate frequency 11 for a vector reading of 135. Bring the frequency up to full power and stand by for any further corrections in the vector reading.
Yes, Doctor.
Adjust that vector to 135.4.
One,
135.4.
Not a thing in sight for miles.
They must have turned off on that side road.
Not a sign of him.
It proves definitely we're dealing with Dr. Tobor.
Do you think he made that truck disappear through scientific means?
Undoubtedly. He's a clever and dangerous man. A grave menace to our national security. We've got to capture him.
How can we if we can't find him?
Then we must make him come to us. I have a plan, but it will need the cooperation of the authorities.
Of course, we'll help in any scheme to apprehend Dr. Tobor. Now, what have you in mind?
A little strategy. We'll spread the word that someone else has made a confession, clearing him.
I see. And that should make him feel safe in resuming his career.
Exactly.
Well, then what? He's too smart to walk into a trap.
He won't have to. We'll withdraw all the guards from his laboratory, offering him perfect freedom of movement.
And under those conditions, you'll be responsible for his capture?
Yes. I'll have one advantage. I am now in possession of Dr. Pauly's cloak of invisibility.
Well, that should help us. Now, how do we put your plan into operation?
Through the newspapers and the radio.
The government has issued a statement clearing Dr. Tobor of all charges of disloyalty. A prominent scientist, whose name is withheld, has made a startling confession. This unnamed scientist admits that he's been acting as Vultura's chief agent on Earth. His confession makes it plain that Dr. Tobor has been the innocent victim of a name-blackening conspiracy. Now for the market report.
That leaves you sitting pretty. Yes. Who that mystery scientist is. Some crackpot, no doubt, who's trying to capitalize on the publicity.
Yet they're stupid enough to believe him.
Oh, no, they're not stupid, Aker. They only seem stupid by comparison to myself. I'll check with Retner. Station X calling L1. Station X calling L1.
Yes, Doctor. All the guards have been withdrawn from your laboratory.
Splendid. I'll be back there shortly.
Turn on the infra X beam, Gallagher.
Captain Video lead? No, I'm here. Over here. Come along. You can drive me to Dr. Tobor's laboratory. Come on. You wait here. You're too visible to come with me.
Yes, I can see that.
Dr. Tobit, I was just polishing the machine and someone pushed me.
There's nobody here. I've just been working too hard, a touch of vertigo. Have you had any word from Vultura?
Yes, sir. I told him you'd been cleared by some other scientist.
Scientists? Some madman. What scientist beside myself has brains enough to carry out Vultura's orders? Brains enough, for that matter, to overthrow Vultura and rule the firmament myself.
This is the planet Atoma calling Dr. Tobor. Vultura is calling.
This is Dr. Tobor. I'm safely back in my laboratory.
The folly of your enemies has made it possible for us to go on with our plans. You can now regain the confidence of Captain Video.
Yes, I don't expect any more trouble from him.
Until we are ready for the master stroke, it might be well not to communicate with each other.
Yes, I think you're right. Captain Video has always tried to get proof that I was your agent, but so far he hasn't succeeded.
I know that. You will hear from me when the time is ripe to subdue the Earth.
Dr. Tobor.
Captain Video!
I have all the proof I need now that you're Vultura's agent. Thanks to the cloak of invisibility, I heard every word you said. Stay back.
So, it's all been a trick to make me commit myself.
Yes, and the trick worked, Dr. Tobor.
You figured I'd come back here to my laboratory,
Right. And that you'd communicate with your master, Vultura.
And now that you have the upper hand?
Now I want a full written confession from you, Doctor, naming all your accomplishments.
Let's go. The full confession will take time.
I'm in no hurry.
It's that truck of Dr. Tobor's. It's heading in the direction of the lab. Turn on the static beam. Focus on that truck. Calling Captain Video. Control room. Calling Captain Video. Calling Captain Video. Control room.
Can't you stop that truck with the static beam?
There's a range of hills in between that the beam can't get through.
Well, keep watching for your chance. I'll warn Captain Video.
This pen's out of ink. Get me another one, will you, Ratner?
Drop that gun!
Thanks, Ranger. How'd you know I was in trouble?
I didn't. I came here to tell you that Dr. Tobor's men were driving here to rescue him.
I'll take Dr. Tobor to headquarters. You send out a call to all Rangers to intercept and capture those men.
Right.
Now remember, no gunplay. There might be some other Rangers around.
Get in.
Nice work, men. Vultura may want our prisoner brought to Atoma. Meanwhile, take him to the dungeon. I'll join you after I attend to some important business.
Take that belt off of him and keep your eyes on him.
See the truck. It's out of the hills now. We can hit it. Set the beam for Section 3, Zone 10. This frequency penetration should do it.
Close in here. I feel like I'm choking.
Video corners and captures Dr. Tobor. But he is unaware that help is coming for his captive, and now...
It's getting awful close in here. I feel like I'm choking.
Captain Video, what are you doing here?
Station X just blew up with the 3 men that were holding me prisoner.
Then Gallagher must have succeeded in locating it with the static beam. I headed out this way hoping to pick up its trail.
In Tobor's car?
After the ambulance took Retner to the hospital, I discovered our jetmobile was gone.
Probably with Tobor in it.
Never catch him.
Let's get back to headquarters. The scanning device may show us where he goes. Any luck?
Not yet. I've covered the range twice, but still no pickup signal on Dr. Tobor or the jetmobile.
Maybe he's lying low.
It's my guess he's been frightened into hiding by the dragnet we've thrown up around this area and the extra guards we posted to watch his lab.
That's what bothers me. A cornered rat can be dangerous.
Or careless.
What do you mean?
Take a look at this.
The jetmobile. It's been abandoned and roughly 7.2 on the directional gauge.
And that would fix its position about 11 miles due north on the old Mill Creek cutoff road.
Tobor may be hoping to slip through our roadblocks on foot.
Stay close to the transmitter for any bulletin reports, Gallagher. The Ranger and I are going after the jetmobile.
Right, Captain.
Mill Creek Road is the next turn to the right.
Wait here. This could be a trap. You've killed him.
He's merely temporarily paralyzed by a mild electric shock.
It was just a trap.
I knew you'd attempt to trace the car, so I thought I'd make it easy for you. Get in. Radio your man at Ranger headquarters. Order him to raise the roadblock and remove all the guards from my laboratory.
He'd never do that.
He would if you told him you'd captured me.
Maybe. But I'm not going to tell him.
What do you think's going to happen to Captain Video if you don't?
He wouldn't dare.
A hunted man in my position has nothing to lose. You have.
Video Ranger calling control. Identifying numerals 248.
This is Gallagher speaking. Numerals 013.
We've captured Dr. Tobor.
That's wonderful news. Anything we can do?
Yes. Order the roadblock lifted throughout this area. And instruct Quimby to withdraw all guards covering Dr. Tobor's laboratory. Effective immediately. Got it?
I've got it. Captain Video and Ranger are in a jam.
How do you know?
By the identifying numerals 284. That's code for trouble.
Well done, my young friend. The way is now clear to take these prisoners to our secret vault. Stay with them till you hear from me. Put him in. Dr. Tober calling the planet Atoma in the 8th time cycle. Dr. Tober calling Vultura. Come in, Vultura.
Vultura is ready. What news, Tobor?
I've trapped Captain Video and his young assistant. They're being held in an underground vault.
Excellent. I shall dispatch a spaceship to bring them to Atoma. Have them at your laboratory.
No, that's too dangerous. Once it's known that Captain Video is missing, the place will be surrounded by Rangers.
Now, what do you suggest?
In the mountains due west of here is a natural clearing. Guide the spaceship there.
I'll be waiting with the prisoners.
How will you reach there?
By plane. I've kept a ship ready for just such an emergency in a private airfield 5 miles south of here.
Very well. I shall expect you to be at the appointed spot.
Good. I leave immediately. Rangers! Attention, Bard. Tobar speaking. Bring the prisoners to the airfield at once. I'll be waiting. Hurry.
Central switchboard just got a report from Tobar's lab. There's been trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Tobar's on his way to an airstrip 5 miles south of there.
Is he alone?
No, Captain Video and young Ranger have been captured. They're being taken to the airstrip by Tobar's men.
We've only seconds to act. Calling all mobile units. Calling all mobile units. Code 1, alarm. Converge on a private airfield 5 miles south of Dr. Tobor's lab. Captain Video and the Video Ranger are Tobor's prisoners. They're being smuggled to field by persons unknown. Stop all planes from taking off and conduct search. Question all field personnel. Hold suspicious characters. Approach Tobor with extreme caution. He may be armed and is dangerous.
Get into that plane. Turn around. Untie him. All right, take over the controls. Move. All right, warm it up. All right, take it off.
Would you mind telling us where we're heading, or is that a dark secret?
Not at all. We're headed for the planet of Toma.
This plane?
A spaceship provided by Vultura will be waiting for us at Pinnacle Rocks.
We must be honored guests.
You're my prisoners. Vultura will accept you as living proof that I've fulfilled my mission.
After that, the Rangers will fulfill theirs.
They'll never get the chance. Vultura and I have formed a partnership, pooling our scientific knowledge to conquer the Earth.
You sent for me, sire? The plane bearing Dr. Tobor and his 2 captives should be nearing its destination. I'll dispatch a spaceship at once. I'm not sending a spaceship. I don't understand. Dr. Tobor has served his purpose. This is our opportunity to destroy both him and Captain Video. How? With one of our flying discs, constructed from Dr. Tobor's own plans. Ironic, isn't it? And practical. We'll soon find out. Tube 1 is occupied. The propelling speed ratio is set at 33,000 revolutions. Increase it to 40. We must compensate for the Earth's atmospheric friction.
What was that?
Some kind of a flying disc.
Couldn't be the same.
The same as what?
Perfected the plans for such a device and turned them over to Vultura. But he'd never direct that weapon against me.
He would if he no longer needed you.
But we've joined forces. Vultura needs my help.
He needed your knowledge and my capture. The knowledge you've given him both, why should he spare you?
You're trying to scare me, to turn me against Voltura. But it won't work, Captain Video.
Here it comes again!
Dr. Tobor traps Captain Video and the Ranger. He plans to take them to Atoma, but the treacherous dictator Voltura has other plans.
Look!
Some kind of a flying disc.
Couldn't be the same.
The same as what?
I perfected the plans for such a device and turned them over to Voltura. But he'd never direct that weapon against me.
He would if he no longer needed you.
But we've joined forces. Voltura needs my help.
He needed your knowledge and my capture. And now that you've given him both, why should he spare you?
You're trying to scare me, to turn me against Voltura. But it won't work, Captain Video.
Out of here quick. We haven't got any parachutes. Follow me.
Rogers, turn on the gravitational decelerator. Tobor never got out of that plane.
Is the machine slowing, Captain and Ranger?
It's working perfectly. They're almost on the ground.
Good old Gallagher.
He was right on the job as usual. Tobor didn't make it.
He's too scared.
The highway is right over there.
What do we do? Wait or start walking?
Gallagher will send the car as soon as he locates one.
Anyway, we've seen the last of Dr. Tobor.
But there's still Voltura. And until we dispose of him, the universe is in danger.
What are you doing here, Captain Video?
Well, didn't Gallagher send you?
No, I just picked up the car where Dr. Tobor's men left it. Get in, I'll drive you to headquarters.
Have you rechecked the instruments?
Yes, Voltura.
And your findings?
Your calculations were correct. Our interplanetary disk destroyed the airplane and all aboard.
A spectacular end to two rather spectacular careers. Dr. Tobor might have continued to be of service to me. It's too bad he became obsessed with the idea that his brain could cope with mine.
At least you'll have no further interference from Captain Video.
There's a man I could have admired if he hadn't chosen to oppose me. What are the reports from our armed forces?
They landed their spaceship on the planet Theros without incident.
Have they made contact with the Therosians?
A few minor skirmishes, but a great battle is shaping up.
Not a great battle. They may fight, but they're no match for our superior weapons. After Theros, the planet Earth. Those self-centered, egotistical creatures will know what it means to be freed from their masters. Contact my field commander on Theros.
Voltura, calling headquarters on the planet Theros in the 5th time cycle. Calling headquarters on the planet Theros.
I want action, General. Action. Do you understand?
I'm doing everything possible. But these Therosians are using guerrilla tactics. They appear in small numbers, strike at a vulnerable spot, then vanish again before we can trap them.
Then flush the Therosians out of hiding and destroy them. That's an order, General.
We'll do as you command, Vulture.
My poor people. We are inflicting casualties, Alpha. Their losses are negligible. Spaceships arrive every hour, bringing more than enough new troops to replace their losses. What we need is a new and more potent weapon.
We've always been peaceful. Until Captain Video taught us to fight for our freedom, we knew nothing of such matters.
You give me an idea. Call the planet Earth.
Planet Theros calling Planet Earth in the second time cycle. Ruler Alpha calling Captain Video.
Get that call, Gallagher. I want to finish this report to the Commissioner of Public Safety.
This is Captain Video's control room in time cycle 2. Gallagher speaking.
This is Alpha, on the planet Theros in the 5th time cycle. It is imperative that I speak with Captain Video. This is Captain Video. The people of Theros need your help, Captain. We're again being...
Volturans are jamming the cosmic airwaves. See if you can pick up anything on the astroviewer. I hope that doesn't mean Voltura has taken over the control room on Theros.
What are the coordinates?
I have them here.
Alpha, calling Captain Video on Earth. Come in, Captain Video.
I can't get through. There seems to be a cosmic blanket in the way.
There's only one chance. We must increase our radio power by coupling in the electronic booster.
Isn't that dangerous?
Yes, but we've got to risk it.
Terror blocked us out. If I cannot get through to Captain Video, we're doomed.
Stand by with the vapor projector.
What are you trying to do, burn us up?
Alpha, Theros. Calling Captain Video on Earth. Come in, Captain Video. Come in, Captain Video.
This is Video. Go ahead, Alpha.
Voltura has landed an army on our planet. We need your help. Come at once and take command.
Video to Alpha. Video to Alpha. Shut down. We're blocked out again.
Are we going to Theros?
If we could defeat Voltura there, we'd save the Earth from attack.
You could do it with your new psychomatic weapon.
It'd be a chance to test it. All right, Ranger. Prepare the space rocket for immediate departure. Gallagher, help me assemble the new weapon.
What is the news concerning Captain Video?
He and his Ranger have just landed. They are being escorted here.
What of the battle?
The situation is unchanged. However, we are informed that Captain Video has brought a new and powerful weapon.
I'll meet Captain Video in the guard room. How can I ever thank you for your unselfish devotion to our planet?
My motives are not altogether unselfish. By defeating Voltura here, I hope to save Earth from attack.
Your motives are still noble. And thanks to you too, brave and trusted friend. I now commission you chief aide to our newly appointed Marshal General.
Thank you, sir.
And now, let me escort you to your headquarters. The officers will wait here. What I have is yours, Captain Video.
I hope I won't need to use this headquarters long, sir. How's the battle progressing?
The tide of battle has definitely started to turn in our favor, Marshal General. It must be because of the new weapons which Captain Video brought with him. Let us see the battle on the scanoscope.
There is the psychomatic weapon.
Those Volturans act like idiots.
That's exactly what they are, and will continue to be like that for 21 hours.
That's why Captain Video named it the psychomatic weapon.
And what happens after the 21 hours?
The paralyzing effect on the rational brain center wears off and they become quite normal again. By that time, we'll have disarmed.
Turn off the scanner. That'll be a report from the main battlefield at Eos. This is Alpha.
General Thomas, sir. I have good news to report.
By all means, let us have it, General.
The great battle of Eros is over, sir. By means of the new weapons, we have defeated 5,000 Volturans who are now helpless. A few have escaped, but the victory is won.
Magnificent work, General.
The credit belongs to our Marshal General, Captain Video.
Now that you have made our glorious victory possible, how can I serve you?
You will have many of Voltura's troops as prisoners of war. When Voltura learns the defeat, he'll order what few remain to return to the planet Atoma.
But we shall capture them before their spaceships leave the ground.
They must not be stopped. In fact, 2 officers already captured must be released and allowed to escape with the others.
We will do as you ask, but why release any until Voltura surrenders?
One defeat will not cause Voltura to abandon his plans to conquer the universe. Given time, he will invent new and more terrible weapons and try again. But if we can forestall him...
Well, how can we do that?
I have a plan that I believe will work. There's one thing more I will ask of you.
Gladly.
When the tattered remnants of his troops return to Atoma, Voltura will be waiting for them. I spend years training my officers, and they lead my finest troops into a trap. Well, don't stand there gaping at me. The spaceship landed some time ago. See where the prisoners are.
They are about to descend into our domain, Voltura.
Order them brought to me immediately.
Yes, sir. Entrance tower. Control room calling entrance tower.
I could have let you rot in Alpha's prison on the planet Theros. I ordered you to return because I want to shame you before every loyal Volturan. I thought for a long time it was our enemy, Captain Video, who was a stupid meddler. But I've changed my mind. He is the clever one. It is my staff which is stupid.
One of these officers is an imposter.
Destroy the first one who moves. Check the others.
This next man is also an imposter.
I was sure you would find it so. So at last you meet Voltura face to face, Captain Video. And I seem to recognize your friend. I admire your boldness, but you have made a mistake.
You find the mistake is yours, Voltura. Your first one was in attempting to conquer the universe. No man can conquer more than himself.
Neatly said. I am almost sad that you will not live to see how wrong you are. Search them and place them directly in front of the electronic disintegrator.
Pull the switch.
An attempt to turn on any of your apparatus would be fatal to you.
The vain effort to save yourself.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
You have made us free men. We know what it is to be ruled by a dictator.
You'll have to prove that.
We can and will. We had planned to desert and stay on Theros, but your powerful weapon threw us into panic.
If you mean what you say, there'll be no more need for weapons that kill men.
I think those Volturans were on the level.
I'm sure they were. There have never been any people in history who wouldn't be free of a dictator if they could.
Alpha was sure pleased. He said he'd supervise their elections.
If all men were free to live by majority rule and to worship as they wished, the universe need never know war again.